You were with WLC before my time. I joined them like as a commentator about a year ago. You fought, some legends of the sport like Tutu, Son Man as well. What happened with WLC? Because I get the sense that the relationship maybe isn't good anymore. Is there a way back there? Like, as far as you're concerned, what's your point of view in terms of the relationship?
Yeah, like I started with them fighting my first fight against Tutu, and that was a great experience. Like I only had a couple of fights back then. For me, I only had like maybe 20 fights or something back then, and that was an awesome experience. They took care of me. It was sick, and I fought Tutu. I was happy, like as Lethwei is going to be a no point system, and I knew it was a point system, and I lost on points that fight, and I was cool, and like he just got me. It was a mad war, and the relationship was fine. And then I went and fought again for the second fight. I had a 3-fight contract. I actually haven't had a third fight yet. And the second fight against Sauna, man, I put a lot of pressure on myself to fight him. He was a legend. Like, he was a cool opponent. There was beef in the fight. That's why the relationship between WLC and me fell out, because in the fight, we were fighting. It felt good. He wanted to come in and make it like a clinch fight, and I wanted an outside fight, but whatever. I was just G'd up fighting. But he actually, this is what it was all over. I put my hand on his face to like parry to lengthen the guard. And as I had your fingers exposed, you got no gloves on and Lethwei, and my hand was going over his mouth, and he actually bit my fingers. And this is what happened. He bit my fingers, and then when I went to the ground, I was like, that motherfucker, he just bit me. And I was like, hang on, he couldn't have bit me because he has a mouth guard in, and I felt teeth, and I'm like, he couldn't have bit me. Then I got up, shape up, and he had no mouth guard in. So he'd been fighting with no mouth guard, and I felt the teeth, and he did bite my fingers. So I never lie, I just tell it how it is, and this is what got me in trouble. And then I fought. It was a frustrating fight to the end because I bashed him in the end rounds. But then I don't know how they score Lethwei, as Lethwei had just started to be a point system. And this is how it sort of fell out. And after the fight, I said he bit me, and then they didn't like hearing that. And yeah, it was just back and forth a little bit. But like I'll fight for them again. I've got no harsh feelings at him. I just said how it is, how the fight went, and he fucking bit me, and they didn't like hearing it. And then they covered up, and then he actually admitted it like 2 weeks later. And I wanted a review of the fight, and it just went a little bit sour. But I don't care, man. I want to fight again. I'll fight Dave Leduc, and they can bring me over to want to lose. I don't give a fuck. They can give the decision to him if it even goes on points, but I'll just want to fight. And I like Lethwei. I think it'll be good for the fans. Like I've got heaps of fans that want to see me fight him, and he's been saying things about me. I don't care. I've sparred him before. I train with him, and I know I can beat him. I'm better than him on the outside, and I just want the fight. I want the fight to happen.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, mate, we're shifting onto the left of the screen. If we could have you in the centre a bit more. Nice one.
Sorry, Brooks filming me.
Yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to hear your side of it, because I do get people commenting at me as well, because, I'm big into the sport, and I like to talk about various matchups and possible matchups. So you still have that fight on WLC. So I think the important thing is if you are going to get that is probably making it up with them. I don't know what that would take. Maybe a friendly phone call or whatever. But so you guys used to train with each other when you were at Tiger, yeah? So did you used to spar each other, and how did that go?
Yeah, like I trained with Dave, and we were like sort of acquaintances, mates, like it was a big team. We trained together and stuff, and we did some videos, like he does his tutorial videos, whatever. We did a couple of videos together. We were like friends, and it was all sweet, like, but he's like very, like, in person, he's different and a bit nicer, but on Instagram, he does a lot of shit for his publicity, which people do, like Conor McGregor, but he goes at it for, like, to get famous and to get likes and all that shit. And I've just seen a couple of things that I didn't like I think he's fake and arrogant like that, and especially the shit he says on social media. He is a knob, you know what I mean? So I want to fight him for that reason. He said things about me. I want to actually punch his head in. So I want the fight for skills and art, but as well I don't like him, so I do want to fight him. I don't even want his belt. I just want to punch his head in. So yeah.
Well, there you go. it would, yeah. Well, as I say, if you've still got to fight for WLC, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. So I think if this fight's going to happen, and I know a lot of your fans want to see it happen, then I guess a friendly phone call is the only way that it's going to happen, right? Or enough fans wanting it to happen. That's the only way that it's going to happen. It'll be an interesting one.
I usually don't get on board with the whole like making fights happen. It's either just like a sign or not. But this will be a big fight. Like I've got a lot of support and from a lot of fighters. I was going to make a compilation video of all like my friends saying let's make this happen, like big names. So I think we can get a mad fan base generated behind it. Plus it'll be good for Lethwei to see Dave fight someone his own size, someone with heart that wants to get punched in the head bare knuckle, and I won't go down, and the only way that the fight will get stopped is cuts, but I'll bring adrenaline, and I'll make sure that it'll be a mad fight. And I want it. It'll be good for Dave. If Dave beats me, respect to him, and a lot of people will see that he's fought like an accomplished fighter, someone his size, and it'll be good for Lethwei, and it'll be good for Dave. I think it'll be good. Like, I'll stay positive and try and minimize the shit talking and just make the fight happen.
Well, you do seem to have a level of respect for him. Do you respect what he's done? Personally, as a commentator, I love to watch him when he fights Lethwei. I think it's beautiful, technically, and the way he uses his teeth, and the headbutts as well. He's beautiful to watch. Do you have that level of respect for what he's done or what he does in the ring?
Yeah, like we've been talking about it. We're saying if like the fight did happen, definitely respect his skills. But again, I've trained with him, I've sparred with him, and I know that I can get him, but he's got a weird hybrid style that's not Muay Thai, and we're not fighting Muay Thai. He does fight. He has a strange style that lands shots, and I would definitely respect his skill. It'll be a hard fight, but I can push through all his weird techniques, and I can take shots. And I want to see him like take shots, and someone like Tun Tun, like, but a bigger version and fitter and no injuries. I'm fine to fight, but someone that can take shots and put it on him. You know what I mean? I'm not scared. I won't go down. Like, he's fought some okay Muay Thai fighters, but they've gone down. Like, the Thais don't like to get punched unless they're a hard Thai that has fought card check before. But I'd love to fight him, and I think it'd be a good fight. I respect who he is, yeah, and what he's done for Lethwei, and so there's not too much beef there, but I definitely respect him and his style and what he's done, and yeah, I want to fight him.